Good morning, guys. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to a brand new video today, and we're certainly going to talk about the second leg of the Europa Cup match. It's Chelsea at home against Slavia Prague, and we're going to talk a little bit about the other matches at the Europa Cup. But before I start, I just wanted to take a little bit of time about Ajax, talk a little bit of Ajax Amsterdam. What a wonderful win they had against Juventus. Just to talk about the team, like you don't need to have big match players to be signed in. You look at hardly none of those players are well known in that matter. We hardly know any of their names, and one of them has been signed by Barcelona. I mean, I'm pretty sure some of them will be going to some of the other big clubs. But from years, for time and again, Ajax has come up with so many young players coming from their youth team. Coming from the time when Johan Cruyff started this youth system in around that area where Ajax Amsterdam is actually located. Most of the players come from, and generations after generations, last 30-40 years, we had great players coming from the Ajax team, from the Ajax youth team. Just wanted to talk about it. It's nothing to do with Chelsea, just about the fact a lot of things, a lot of English clubs, not just Chelsea, might be able to learn, because we are always going out there and spending 50 mil, 70 mil, 90 mil and buying players, buying goalkeepers worth 70 mil, and here we have 41 players on loan from Chelsea, and so many players in the youth team. Some of them, I mean, every now and then I come to hear about Chelsea winning the FA Youth Cup and winning other trophies in the youth system. However, most of them don't even come up in the first team. And recently, obviously, we have Loftus-Cheek and Hudson-Odoi, and hopefully Mason Mount, Tammy Abraham, or even someone like Reece James will be coming in, hopefully in the coming future. But irrespective of that, just wanted to talk a little bit about Ajax, and hopefully they're doing well. Hopefully they'll win the Champions League. Beating Juventus at Turin, at Torino, it's incredible. The Juventus team, an incredible team with Cristiano Ronaldo and so many top players. They have Dybala, Bonucci, Emre Can, and some great players they have. So it was quite something going there and beating them. Most unexpected, but something all clubs, not just Chelsea, should think about, that the youth development has to be in such a way. There's such quality players coming up from that side. It's incredible, from year after year, and from years they come. Anyways, switching on from the Champions League and Ajax, let's come back to our home ground, to Stamford Bridge. It's Chelsea at Slavia Prague. It's a match. We have one part of the match, so it's all about getting on and make sure that we don't lose or concede goals. So what we are going to do on this video is I'm going to do a little bit of fantasy football thing. So I'm going to go ahead with the team I think should play, and then I'll go with the team which Sari will play most likely. So I'll start with the one I play. Now normally I start with the goalkeeper, and here I'm going to start with the striker. So that's the only place I think I and Sari will agree on. Maybe Giroud should be the striker who should start. He did not start in Anfield, so obviously it makes sense he will play. He played against Slavia Prague last week, so obviously makes sense. He's the top scorer in the Europa Cup this season. On the wings, now coming to it, I think Willian and Hudson-Odoi should start, because quite simply those two players should be getting more match time. I think Hazard should be rested. According to me, Hazard should not even be on the bench. He should be given a 1 week off. I'm not sure if that can be possible, because other players might think why this is happening, but then I feel Hazard should be rested. He should not be a part of this match, at least. No disrespect to the opponent. Now in the midfield, according to me, fantasy football stuff, Kovacic, Kante and Barkley. Again, because Sari doesn't like to play Kante in his traditional better place, so that's the reason why I will also do the same thing. Keep Kante where he's playing right now under Sari, and keep Kovacic and Barkley. Kovacic and Barkley needs playing time. I think Barkley needs a lot of time. He needs to improve his confidence more than anything else, because where he lacks up against Loftus-Cheek is where his confidence. He cannot just go out there and do what Loftus-Cheek does. So yeah, he needs to play in this kind of matches. Now going to the defense, again, Azpilicueta has been incredible, playing at least every match every 3 days, but hoping that he gets rested. In my fantasy team, obviously I want to start Zappacosta and Gary Cahill to start, because we don't know the extent of Rudiger's injury. Hopefully he will be back by the 28th, which is the match at Old Trafford against Manchester United. So hoping that Zappacosta plays and Christensen plays with Gary Cahill. in the center of defense against Prague, and Alonso starting on the other side, and Emerson should also get a little bit of red. I mean, these players should be ready enough to beat Slavia Prague at home. And the goalkeeper, according to me, should be Caballero, nobody else. I don't like the fact that our goalkeeper Kepa is playing every match. And these are some of the matches where I think Caballero should also be given a chance and he should also play. So this is my fantasy 11 that should play against Prague. But again, I will go ahead with the team. I think Sari will play. So coming from the strikers again, I'll start from that end. And again, I agree. I think Giroud will start. That I think will be the case, and I think Willian and Hudson-Odoi will be also starting on the wings. I think Hazard will be on the bench as per Sari. I don't think he's going to be. Sari will not, at least keep him, not take the chance of not even playing him because in case it's required. But then again, I have not seen Hazard ever to come up from the bench and doing something outstanding. Very rarely. If it might have happened over the last 5-6 years, might have happened 1-2 occasions. He is the kind of player who needs a lot of time. You cannot just tell him to go on the field after the 65th minute and tell him to do something wonders. So, but anyways, that's what it will be. I think Jorginho will start as per Sari with Loftus-Cheek and Kovacic. Not Loftus-Cheek. I mean Barkley and Kovacic. But again, I think Jorginho should be rested. He's been playing too much, and as per Sari, he is doing a great job. So nothing said. He will be playing. The defense is more or less going to be the same. I don't think Zappacosta will play as per Sari. He's going to play Azpilicueta, and Cahill most likely will start with Christensen. I'm pretty sure that Alonso will start under Sari, and goalkeeper will be Kepa. Arrizabalaga will be the goalkeeper. Caballero will not get his chance. If it was me, I would have at least given him the chance. So anyways, this is how going to be the team as per Sari most likely. About the scoreline, well, it should be 2-0. 2-0 should be good enough, but then again, you cannot write any team off at this moment. But 2-0 should be good enough. I think 2 goals should be coming in from somewhere, the other Willian or Giroud or maybe Alonso. Someone will be coming in. This is a couple of goals. Now, keeping this aside, this is just the one match we have this week. We'll have, after this match, we have 4 days before we play Burnley on Monday Night Football, and then 6 days after that is a big match against Manchester United Old Trafford on the 28th of April. So we had 3 matches last week, we have 3 matches in the next 2 weeks, this week and the next week. So pretty incredible. It evens things up. Now, a little bit about the Europa Cup, the remaining matches. Well, I can just tell you that it's all to play for, especially for Benfica and Frankfurt, whom if we go through this quarter-final round, we are going to play either one of those teams. Benfica has a 4-2 advantage, but they're playing against Frankfurt. Frankfurt will be at home, so very good chance that Frankfurt will do well. Try to get something out of that game, and maybe, you never know. Villarreal and Valencia. Valencia is through because they won 3-1 away from home, so they will be at home. So I'm not expecting Villarreal to do much over there. Villarreal, as it is, have a lot of problems. They are struggling to avoid relegation. They're 18th in La Liga this season, so pretty bad out there. Now coming to the main match in Arsenal-Napoli, well, I'm pretty much sure that Arsenal getting a 2-0 win at the Emirates, but Napoli will not take it so easily, going down so easily. That means at home they will be playing. Hopefully they come up with some fight out there. It'll be interesting to see, because I don't think Napoli is the kind of team which will lose in the quarterfinals of the Europa Cup, but then they're playing Arsenal, and Arsenal is not playing that great either. So it should be incredible. I mean, it's very hard to predict who will go through, even, especially the Benfica-Frankfurt match. Though Benfica has 4-2, looks like Benfica will go through, but then you cannot write off Frankfurt in Frankfurt, and Napoli as well. You cannot write them off. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes to. Chelsea should be able to go through. I mean, I don't see any reason why Prague can come here and cause problems unless we are absolutely pathetic on the day, which should not be the case at Stamford Bridge. So hopefully we'll make it to the semi-finals. It'll be interesting. We'll play 28th April, we'll play Man United. Then we have our semi-final match if we go through into Europa Cup on the 3rd of May. And on the 5th of May we have Watford, which is interesting. Which will be at Stamford Bridge. Will be interesting. On 3rd of May is Thursday, and the 5th of May is a Saturday. So within 2 matches in 48 hours. I'm not sure if there will be some changes in that. Maybe the Premier League will come up and shift the Watford match to some other match. I'm not sure. There's a lot of fixtures now at this moment for every team, not just for Chelsea. So it can be a matter of concern. But anyways, hoping something good happens from these matches. I'm pretty sure we're gonna win it. A little more relaxed than normal now. But I want to get to know for what you guys think about these matches. Maybe you guys think something will happen. Maybe what about the team news? What do you guys think will be the team that will start? Who will go through? Will Arsenal go through, or Napoli go through, or maybe Frankfurt will play us, not Benfica? Who knows? So you guys let me know in the comment section. I would love to hear from you guys. So keep it short this time, So let's, until next time, it's bye bye from me.